absolutely love waking up to get some water. I'm so thirsty. Oh my God! I didn't pick anything up yet. I gotta skedaddle.
Hey, wait, I have my phone! I can play Roblox! Oh, and I could escape, yeah.
If you're listening to this, then either you are very lucky, or he is feeling rather generous.
Did you actually think it was that easy to escape? That's embarrassing. Try harder. Okay, what the hell is wrong with you? Who the heck searches that up?
Freddy, please give me 24 minutes and 29 seconds of this time on my script, please. Please, Speed, I need this.
Or he is feeling rather generous, or wants to give you false hope so that he can rip it away. They're like that, just like his creator. I'm talking about Funtime Freddy, a large metal bear that looks as innocent as can be, but once you peel back the plate, something foul waits underneath.
I'm literally the most normal out of my whole
created
crew.
for kidnapping
What is she on
innocent
about?
souls and subjecting them to a quick or agonizingly slow death,
That is normal.
depending on
Shut
what
up, I
mood
can't hear the
he's in.
video!
And if you are listening to this, you are currently inside of him.
Yeah,
Or
I know I am.
maybe you're fortunate enough to be outside and trying to get someone else out.
I mean, I kind of
I can only hope so, because otherwise you're in the belly of the beast. But there are ways out, and right now, I'm going to lay out all of your options for getting yourself out of this bear. But before we begin, let me explain what this bear is, because it's not a normal Freddy.
I'm the most normal Freddy
Though
ever.
you might have
God,
guessed as
stop!
much from the coloring, this is a Funtime model Freddy Fazbear.
Yeah, I know it is.
You probably
Whoa,
haven't
what
heard
was
of the
that?
Funtime, but you're still alive. So let's get you out. Now, there's a few methods here. Brute forcing won't work except in one case, but we'll address that later. And if you brought a phone, you can certainly try to call
Oh, right,
for
I
help.
forgot I could
Though
do
I've heard
that.
that most Funtimes are able to hijack frequencies, so that might be a no-go.
Yeah, Freddy.
You literally climbed into my stomach hatch I'm made for killing? Do you expect me not to think about this?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
I'm literally gonna kill you right here, right now.
Smash.
What?
Option 1, coercion and bribery. There's a slim chance you may be able to barter with Funtime Freddy.
Now I would probably die. Actually, I'm not dead yet, so I don't know.
But he's not going to be bought off with anything less than an equal trade, such as the chance at another victim. If you could theoretically convince him that you could be a viable accomplice, maybe by expressing believable excitement at the idea of murdering
Just
someone,
become
you could
Millie
strike a deal
2.0,
to provide
but more
another
excitement,
victim,
I guess.
like, say, perhaps someone you express dislike for, or any children you have access to. Not
think
that
I
I'm
have
saying you should do
a
that,
few names.
especially not children. I am saying that if you're a good enough actor, you can maybe convince Funtime Freddy that you're homicidal enough or desperate enough to throw someone else under the bus to save yourself.
I'm just like so good at acting.
Funtime Freddy will always choose children above adults and teens.
Whoa, wait,
It's in his
what's the
programming.
context?
And he might be tempted with an offering of more fresh
Die
meat.
of death mention?
But of course, you wouldn't actually do that. Or maybe you are the type who is willing to kill others for your survival. Then you have my blessing to sacrifice any children you need. I'm closing my right eye quickly, almost like blinking, if I could blink.
So basically winking?
But know one thing. If he lets you go and you don't hold up your end of the deal, he will come after you. And Funtime Freddy will be able to hunt you down. He will move at night. He will follow your footsteps. And maybe you'll get far enough away, but you'll never be certain he's gone. And the day you let your guard down, he may break in during the night, and you'll find yourself back on the inside.
Why does it kind of remind me of
Maybe
the
not the
stalker
best
boyfriend
option.
You actually
What
suck.
else is there? Option number 2, befriend the bear. Between you and
Any
me, this
other
is more
picture,
of
it had
a
to be this one.
theoretical possibility.
Major respect.
But a little more likely if your Funtime Freddy doesn't have an attached bonbon. He is
Wait, Freddy, do you have a bonbon on you right now?
Yes.
likely a bored, lonely animatronic. Just as sadistic as any other, but maybe more willing to budge on keeping you alive if you can convince him that you're worth keeping
I'm
around.
like so convincing.
Basically, become the next bonbon.
I still get to keep my legs,
And this
though, right?
means you're going to have to get creative.
Bro, I have the most creative
Now,
brain.
Funtime
That's
Freddy's
what my
are
parents say.
predictable. They like death, suffering, torturing, and irony. They really like those ironic deaths. So if you have a couple of stories about people who died in ways that someone might find comical, especially if they have a really twisted sense of
Just
humor,
tell him about Melly
get them ready.
Fitzsimmons.
Pretend to be interested in any stories he tells. Oh, the Brazen Bull.
I love the Brazen Bull
Tell him
story.
about the Brazen Bull. The Brazen Bull is a fascinating contraption, one that might have not even existed.
This
It's a
is
large
literally one of my
bull-shaped
favorite
statue
stories.
that's hollowed out, and a person is stuck inside, a fire is lit underneath them, and they're properly broiled.
I need captions,
the pipes in the
dude.
bull's
I
mouth,
need
making their
captions.
screams sound like the bellows of a steer. The story goes that a man built the Brazen Bull to impress a tyrant and took it to him to win his favor. The tyrant decided that he wanted to test the bull and had the maker thrown inside, and that was the end of him. Alas,
Doesn't the
sometime
Brazen Bull
later,
sound like
the
a fun
tyrant
way
was
to
overthrown
die?
and found
not
himself
really.
thrown into his now beloved bull, and thus the cycle was complete. Oh, the irony. Now, knowing Funtime Freddy, he's going to then ask you if you want the Brazen Bull treatment. You tell him no. And you must say it's because it's
What if
boring and
because I'm just too
predictable.
nonchalant
You wanted your
for
death to be
that?
something more spectacular than that. If he smells your fear, he might think of continuing
He
this
is definitely
train
going
of ironic
to
deaths.
smell
But
my
if he genuinely
fear
thinks
and
that you
then
might want
kill me
something better,
afterwards.
he might be convinced to keep browsing. This is where we sprinkle in some of that coercion from option 1 in to get him hooked. You don't have to bring him victims, but offer him a place to go once he finds victims.
The skate
A
park,
hideout,
probably?
an opportunity for a new circus baby's rentals to go to where he can't be found.
Never mind, I
Pretend
don't
you
know.
will join in. Make it worth his while to let you out, so you may serve
I
as his
would just
buddy
be
in
such a
real
great
time.
bonbon if I was one.
You will be tethered to Funtime Freddy just the same, but you will be alive, and maybe not as contracted to wrangling kills. Just set him loose and wait for him to come back. You may try moving in the meantime while he's gone, but don't be too surprised if he tracks you down, and you better have a believable excuse to stop him from delivering immediate retribution.
I had school.
The problem is that if he likes you too much, he might just not let you go. Don't let him fool you. He can get up
What
and
if I
move
have to
just
pee
as easily
really,
as
really
anyone
badly, though?
else.
Wait. Hear me out on this. What if I have to pee? Because, I don't think I want to do that inside of his stomach hatch, So, knowing me, I would actually probably be too scared to leave, or I would leave and then die, but, I don't think I want to do that. So, but I need to pee, man.
Your weight is nothing to him. He can pump in water, he can bring you food, he is capable of keeping you alive.
Okay, but can I
can
pee?
say from experience that a life trapped in a box that tight is no life at all. Or death. And that's not even taking into account you walking on eggshells to keep him entertained so that he doesn't get bored off you, steam out your remains,
He is
and
definitely
pick a
gonna
new
get
prey to
bored off
stalk. But if you want to lose Funtime Freddy for good, maybe it's best to not get too chummy.
Where are
Outsmart
my
the suit.
captions?
Now here's where things get dangerous, but a different kind of dangerous than,
Option 2
this.
is good, though. What do you mean?
This time, you outsmart him in a way that doesn't make you his lackey. Basically, in theory,
Just a
you
game
choose a
theory.
death that you can twist to help you escape. There was a girl who survived an encounter
Not
with
silly,
a
Millie.
Freddy named Millie Fitzsimmons. She got stuck inside of him during a Christmas party at her grandfather's house and tricked him by telling him to use a guillotine method on her. You've probably heard the
That
version of
version
the
is true,
story
though.
where she died and her remains were
Uncle
found after
Waze was
Funtime
such
Freddy
a good
popped a
book,
leak and
though.
spilled her blood everywhere.
Puppet has
but
memory
that's
loss
just a
alert.
playground
Actually, she
tale.
wasn't even there for it.
From what I heard from Andrew, she actually survived the guillotine sleep,
Andrew has
and
memory
the clank
loss.
noise from it hitting the back of Funtime Freddy was so loud that someone heard it and her family found her. The fire department had to cut her out with the jaws of life, and Funtime Freddy couldn't do anything about it because he's programmed to stay still
Andrew is a
around
liar.
that many people. I bet he heard so many stories about deaths and never once even considered that he'd be chopped open like the wolf in Little Red Riding Hood. That's the irony he'd appreciate. So she survived, and I trust Andrew's word on it. He
Andrew
might
is
have
literally
an obnoxious
Balloon Boy,
laugh
and
a
nobody
bizarre
likes
hunger
Balloon
for
Boy.
batteries, but he usually gets his facts
all
straight.
lies.
Shut up!
If you can stand him long enough to get them. That being said, Millie's plan for survival, pure luck, pure chance. She just happened to avoid the blade.
Pure lies.
It just happened to make a loud enough noise in a party setting that someone heard it, and Funtime Freddy for some reason didn't go
Pure
ahead and
lies.
dispatch her before they were found. And probably only because he was too busy laughing and giggling to hear them walking up. Needless to say, if you're alone and not surrounded by a giant crowd of
Technically,
people
my room
and
is
don't have
literally
super
right
fast
next to my
reflexes,
parents'
it's
room,
not
so,
going
you
to
know,
work.
I think they're
Especially
gonna see
since
Freddy.
I just told you the story, and he
Bro,
might
he
be
is
listening.
I'm literally
So,
inside of him.
here's your options. The guillotine, like I said, not recommended. Another would be choosing starvation and trying to wait it out. Depending on your build, you might be able to survive a few weeks without food, and during that time, maybe someone will come for you,
My
and then you can
parents
call
will
for help.
definitely notice a huge bear in my room.
This works better if you live with others. Another option that I've been thinking of would be, hear me out, electrocution.
No!
See, these fun times are built to be kept in line by a controlled shock, and sometimes humans can survive electrocution. So, in theory, if you choose electrocution, there's a chance that you will survive and he will be shocked,
there a pun
and that
intended?
might cause him to shut down. It's better than nothing, though that is a very low bar to set. And it's best if he doesn't catch wind of what you're doing, so try to act like it's a tough decision.
Oh, do I just go like, golly gee, I don't really know. This is a hard decision now.
Don't tip him off or he will tip the odds in his favor.
I think that's a little
But beyond
too
that,
late
there
to say.
is one last option. One last thing that might work, but it is extremely risky. Option 4, fire. These bears from Freddy's,
I don't want
the ones
this
that can be
stupid ad on
opened,
my
are all
screen.
built off of the same original
I don't want to
blueprint.
play Heartopia!
They're all the same once you reach the bones.
I do not want to
Those
play
hatches
Heartopia,
can't
thank
handle
you very
heat.
much. Oh
And
my
the one way to heat up Funtime
Really?
Freddy that much is through fire.
Michael,
See,
don't
he can
leave
heat
me
his
in
internals
here.
up without heating the outside, but if you can somehow convince him to set wherever you are on fire and to have you two burn together as one, you will have a chance
No,
to
thank
heat
you.
up
I
his
don't want to
outsides
become
enough to
Molten
get
Freddy
out.
today.
Once it gets too hot for the latches, if you're able to spring yourself, slam yourself into the hatch enough, it'll break open and you can crawl to safety. But be careful, because if the fire didn't burn you already, then it may now without the protection of
I
the bear.
wouldn't say
You have to get out
protection, really.
fast. And that's if you can convince Funtime Freddy to go along with such a ridiculous death.
What do you mean? That death
Now,
is
Freddy
fire.
himself isn't necessarily against watching the world burn. If you frame it like you're taking your house with you, or perhaps leaving a huge wave of destruction in your wake, he might budge. But his self-preservation protocols might speak up and warn him of the danger he might be in. And if it seems like you are intending to cause him harm in the process,
Wait, but
he
he's
will not
literally setting himself on fire, so obviously there's gonna be intention of him getting harmed.
Not
Hello?
appreciate it.
Freddy, you're stupid.
Unless you frame it as a we're dying together thing, in which case he might be so tickled that he goes along with it. This is a walking laundry machine of death.
Walking
It's not
laundry
known for
machine is
choosing the
crazy.
safe option over the glorious, gory one. But that's the full extent of how I can help you. If I was there, things could be different, but unfortunately, it's just you and him. But before you do anything, let's play a quick game. Grab a six-sided
Oh my
die
god,
or
the
pull one
puppet
up online.
supports gambling.
You'll need
Oh
it.
my god, this is canon.
Or, well,
this is literally
if you
so
don't have the
canon.
means to, I suppose you could ask Funtime Freddy to give you a random number. He'll play along. He's
I think
bored.
he is going to purposely choose the worst number ever.
I'm going to give you all 4 options again, and you'll toss the dice. If you succeed in an option, you escape and receive the ending state. But if you lose an option and don't immediately die, you have to roll on Funtime Freddy's patience. So you can choose the options in any order, but every time you fail, Funtime Freddy will notice.
I think he's noticed right now, but you know, I'm just gonna do 1 and 2.
If you choose bribery, roll. If you roll a 1, the bribery succeeded and you escape Funtime Freddy. You are able to skip town and lose the bear for the immediate future. If you roll a 2, the bribery succeeded and you escape Funtime Freddy, but you are too afraid to flee. You become his accomplice, helping him find victims. Whether or not you choose enemies or innocents is up to you. If you roll a 3, 4, 5, or 6, the bribery fails. Time to roll on Funtime Freddy. If you roll a 1, Funtime Freddy kills you. If you roll anything else, you are free to try another option.
Okay, time to gamble! Man, I am not a very good gambler. Give me... No!
Befriending, roll. If you roll a 6, you befriend Funtime Freddy and are able to convince him to let you go. In fact, you do such a good job that you leave on good terms and he goes off on his own.
Enjoy your success. It's not going to last.
You think you may see him again someday, but you are not afraid. If you roll a 5, you befriend Funtime Freddy and are able to get free, but you're not free of him. Funtime Freddy really likes you and he wants to stay by your side forever. Roll a 1 through 6. If you hit an even number, he's also in love with you.
I need an even
Which
number.
means
I
you
need an
will
even
never
number
be
now.
free of him. You will be the laughing bear's dancing bear for the rest of your life. If you roll a 4, he likes you so much that he decides to keep you inside and keep you alive. You get a front row seat to his gruesome kills, now performed outside his body, but he steals food for you, so at least you have that. If you roll a 3, 2, or 1, the befriending has failed. Time to roll for Funtime Freddy's patience. This time, since it's the second time, rolling a 1 or 2 will kill you. 3, 4, 5, and 6, and you can continue.
Give me an even number, please. That's not an even number. Hear me out on this. Option 6. I think there was 5 options. I forgot. Theoretically, this is just only theoretically. You could probably flirt your way out, okay? And I have a few things I could help with my statement. If you go to that same person's thing, they literally have this video, okay? And Funtime Freddy's in there too. And I'd say this is a very reasonable score to get, So I think I went completely off topic because I don't think you could, in the stomach. Sorry, I think that was from something else. That was from something else. Not this. That's my bad. Hey, wait a minute! I'm out now. Man, that tutorial was so great. Thanks, Puppet.
Man, I am so glad I got rid of her. She was a Syriapsalot.